UFC 271 forces Nouvelles, AJ, and Blood Diamond. UFC 271 cruises into Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, this Saturday virtually unchanged from when the card first came together, leaving just two newcomers to make their debuts. On this edition of New Blood, the series where my inability to embed Fight Pass or ESPN Plus videos remains a constant annoyance, we check out a Contender Series graduate with a penchant for quick finishes and City Kickboxing's latest striking sensation. Live, watch UFC 271 PPV on ESPN Plus here. Championship rematch. Ultimate Fighting Championship returns to Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, on Saturday, February 12, 2022, with a thrilling middleweight championship do-over that will see division champion Israel Adesanya run it back with #1 ranked contender Robert Whittaker. In UFC 271's pay-per-view co-main event, heavyweight fan favorites Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa lock horns in a 265-pound tussle that surely won't last long. Showies for everyone. Don't miss a single second of epic face-punching action. Dream UFC 271 now. Related UFC 271 odds, underdogs, and best bet. IJ, Dobson weight class, middleweight age, 30 record, 6-0 notable victories, Hashem Arkhagha, Kalen Hill. Dobson, who had his first amateur bout way back in 2012, ended a 2-year layoff by smashing Contender Series veteran Kalen Hill in just 35 seconds. He joined that program himself 10 months later, tapping Hashem Arkhagha to end a wild one-round firefight and secure a contract. Honestly, Dobson wins too quickly for me to make any authoritative statements about his abilities, but I'll give it a shot. He's a wild slugger with some real power and a willingness to trade heat until someone falls over. Plus a decent body lock takedown if he ever wants to mix things up. Should he end up on top, his 77-inch reach allows him to dish out some impressively hard punches even from guard. And he's got enough of a squeeze to complete a no-hook, rear-naked choke on an experienced Brazilian jiu-jitsu player. Aside from that, he doesn't really move his head much and definitely loops his punches a lot more than he should. He's got solid timing though. Indeed, he dropped Hill with a counter right in the opening seconds and caught a body kick not long after. Plus, he had enough gas to go berserk for almost a full round against Arkhagha, which is promising. The physical gifts are definitely there, but he still needs a whole lot of seasoning to tighten up his hand. I'd have given him another year or two on the regional circuit, though the fact that he's already May 30th make a trial by fire the correct course of action. Opponent, he meets the sorely underrated Jacob Malkoun. Malkoun's got an excellent grappling pedigree, sharper boxing, and handily dominated another brawling power puncher in Abdul Razak Al Hassan last time out. In the end, Dobson could clip him, but it's likelier that Malkoun out-techniques him everywhere. Tape-related predictions. UFC 271 Prelims Preview, PT1 prediction. UFC 271 Prelims Preview, PT2 Mike Blood Diamond Mathetha weight class, welterweight age, 32 record. 3-0 MMA, 51-14 kickboxing notable victories, none. Mathetha enjoyed a lengthy and successful kickboxing career before turning his focus full-time to mixed martial arts. His most recent effort saw him defeat Dim Skillies via unanimous decision in February 2020. Blood Diamond is the latest City Kickboxing standout to join the world's largest MMA promotion. But while his striking style definitely shares some DNA with Israel Adesanya, he's a unique and destructive stand-up artist in his own right. His hands-low, kick-heavy offense is the right kind of unorthodox, preying on opponents' expectations to deliver blows from surprising distances, angles, and timing. Mathetha just has a ton of fun tricks for setting up those kicks. He does the Peter Aerts special of throwing head kicks on the break, can combo into low or head kicks from basic jabs and crosses, adds little pauses between strikes to throw off the timing, and has good enough balance to throw things like tornado kicks as counters. There's no safe distance or safe position against him. In fact, I've seen him land a head kick while his opponent was in the middle of a lengthy flurry, and he regularly fires them from punching distance thanks to his flexibility. He's not quite as much of a menace in close as though. His punches can be countered when they're not used to bolster his kicks, and while he can do damage getting into and out of the clinch, he can seemingly be controlled on the fence without a ton of issue. That tendency to kick from punching range, including spinning stuff, also opens him up to clinches. When he does get hit, he often likes to run along the cage before trying to spin, which can be a bit predictable. Wrestling-wise, he's willing to change levels for reaction shots, though I've yet to see him land one. Of the 2 takedowns I've seen him give up, he reversed into a back take and rear naked choke on one and scrambled back to his feet within about 30 seconds on the other. Definitely good signs, though we've yet to see him go up against a top-notch wrestler. If Mathetha's takedown defense catches up to Adesanya's, he could be a real threat, though I think aggressive boxers are going to give him some problems if he can't shore up his distance management. That said, I'm happy to tune into any of his fights, he's one of a kind and tons of fun. Opponent, he takes on Jeremiah Wells, a late replacement for the injured Orion Koch. Wells is sloppy on the feet, but a skilled grappler, making him a solid test for Mathetha. I think Blood Diamond can clip him, but don't be too surprised if Wells capitalizes on an ill-advised spin and drags him to the mat for a finish. Tape. His bout with Gillies is on Fight Pass. Related. Watch Countdown to UFC 271. Remember that MMAmania.com will deliver live round-by-round, blow-by-blow coverage of the entire UFC 271 fight card right here. Starting with the early ESPN Plus prelims matches online, which are scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the remaining undercard balance on ESPN/ESPN Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Before the PPV main card, start time at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Plus PPV. Bet on UFC 271 at DraftKings Sportsbook. To check out the latest and greatest UFC 271, Adesanya vs. Whitaker 2 news and notes, be sure to hit up our comprehensive event archive right here.